Hello, this is Tijuana, the All Around Natural Beauty, and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel. So y'all come on in here, and thank y'all for showing up tonight. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tijuana, and I'm 52 years old, a divorced mother of 3 adult children, 2 boys, 1 girl. And I have over 30 years of nursing experience. I retired this April 1st from a travel RN where I worked in trauma and did all kind of other good stuff. So I'm just excited that I have over these 30 years of nursing experience in various degrees and areas in nursing. And I'm here to give my take on a lot of things. Look here, y'all coming all early. Thank y'all so much. Here's a new name too, Aaron Bell. Hey T. Hey T. Okay, so Aaron Bell must be somebody. He said hey T, so you know me. What's going on? And hey Tanika, tell us all right. Hey everyone, Tanika, I ain't seen you in a little minute. How you been? Good. So I'm glad that we're out here today, and I got a lot to talk about. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's going to take a little time because I got to put the foundation down behind what I'm talking about. So it's not like I'm just putting out some some gossip stuff. She say, hey, boo. And, this is real legit stuff. Like I said, I'm 52. So I'm here representing the Gen X people. We Gen Xers, we got plenty to say because we were lucky enough to be around when things weren't, and we are here when things are. So we've got a unique position and a unique opinion to put forth in today's society with all the other stuff that's going on. So as y'all can see from today's topic, it's talking about RN says that things don't add up, in this situation. Is this like another justice for Shanquilla? And one of the reasons why I was, that kind of came up to me, made me feel that way is because recently this came up, and recently this whole Shanquilla thing came up. And as we started to come together and peel back the layers, we started discovering stuff. We started discovering that Shanquilla was not the only one that this kind of thing has been happening to. And most of us, we have heard some of these little true crime stories and things like that when somebody unalived a person and then made it appear like it was, a self-deletion, right? So what I'm saying is that if we had a passion in our heart to make sure that this, we speaking out against abuse and we speaking out against these things, that these things are now being revealed to us, and we are seeing that, this kind of stuff been going on for a while, right? And the people that do this kind of stuff have been getting away with it because they come with a plausible reason, alcohol poisoning, self-deletion, these kind of common things. But then we'll have family members that's saying like, the person that wasn't their character and these kind of things. So, all right, hey, what's up, Mona D? Thank y'all so much for coming in, and please hit the like button on your way in. So I want to kind of set the tone by saying, these things, I don't just take it lightly. I really, meditate on this and want to come in with the thoughts that we doing some healing here, that we are here to have a voice, like I said, for victims so they can become survivors. I'm always saying here that you can't help the fact if you're a victim. If somebody victimized you, that is not your fault. You can't help if you're a victim. But if you are still here, that means that you're a survivor. And you owe it to yourself and the victims behind you, or the potential victims behind you, to heal yourself so you can become a survivor. We're here about evolution and becoming a survivor, because that's where your power is at. Because then you're able to take the lessons that you learn from being a victim, because there's lessons in it, and you could, heal yourself and be able to help the person behind you. And again, I always say this, my other little thing here, when you get on the airplane, they always tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before you help the person next to you. And that's because if you are busy trying to help somebody else out, you don't have any oxygen. You're going to pass out, and then they're going to pass out because they were counting on you to help them put their oxygen on. So I say the best thing that you can do for anybody is to forget everybody and worry about yourself. You do what's best for yourself by putting your oxygen mask on, healing yourself, and that way you can be an example of what a healed person, a healed, healthy person looks like, and that's how you help people, by being an example. So thank y'all for coming in here. And Mona D says, thanks again for coming to my live last night. Oh, you're welcome. Was that only last night? It seems like such a long time ago. Yeah, we was busy doing a lot of lives too, huh? That's good. Yeah, you are very welcome. And please like the video. Thank you so much. So I first want to introduce the person we're talking about today, Stefan Twitch Boss. And I'm going to just play a quick little video. Let's see here. Mona D says, that's right. You're a survivor and must heal. Exactly. And you'll be amazed at how much stronger you'll be when you change your concept about being a victim, because owning the title of victim places you, in a victim state, right? Where you're going to keep drawing people to continue to victimize you. But if you're a survivor, then, more people will be less likely to test you because they already know that you're a fighter and you're a survivor. So they'll be, they like easy targets. People like that, like easy targets. So I think I should start off with, earlier today when I decided I was going to do this topic, I had posted something in the community. I made a community post. About it, and then there was a comment. So I want to share the comment because it's what really inspired me to keep moving on this. The same way that Shanquilla's father interviewed the other night inspired me, inspired us to continue moving on this thing too. So I'm gonna take a moment now to thank all my new subscribers. Really, y'all know this channel and what we're doing over here, this movement, this community really just got started November the 26th, 2022, when you guys wanted this voice, for Shanquilla Robinson, and now we're in the midst of doing that. So here is the message that kind of inspired me to go ahead and put this video out there. All right, thank you. And I've already clarified myself, I'm a registered nurse. Anyway, so I put this here, community post out here. It says, for those you don't know, this here gentleman was just laid to rest recently, and they said it was alleged that he self-deleted himself. This guy is I'm gonna say who he is first. I'm gonna get off this, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm taking my time with this because I'm connecting the dots, y'all. I'm connecting the dots here. I'm connecting the dots. So, all right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. So, let me just put a quick video, kind of an introduction to this young man. Because, let's see here. Is this it here? Yeah. All right. So, we're going to share with this here introduction here. All right, this is him here.
Jacob Blankets, that happened, seen the video, read things all about it.
So he's, a famous dancer. I saw him doing, some little short dances and all that stuff. But anyway, apparently he's a famous dancer from the Think You Can Dance and all those little dance shows and things like that. And he was the DJ on the Ellen show and had notoriety and fame from that. Fame and fortune. He also was a co-executive producer. So he's pretty set, as far as his talents and his position. Very successful.
And I posted it to raise awareness and also just to.
And this is him on his social media. Recently on his social media, posting stuff about raising social awareness for a just cause. Listen up. This is the type of person he is here. Very positive, raising social awareness about unjust.
To share an outrage, man. This is happening too much. And even my caption said, is this routine becoming familiar? The routine of posting about unarmed Black folks being brutalized, and then following up with the hashtag justice for fill in the blank.
Okay, now that's what we're saying over here. So this man was saying the exact same thing, right? He's positive. He doesn't have to do this because he's already made his fame and fortune, but he's taking his time out because this is endearing to his heart. His spirit is about uplifting and motivating people to live, right? He's excited about life. He's passionate about life.
And then in the comment section, everybody goes, well, what about, Twitch, don't post that. Don't divide us like that. Don't push that narrative, Twitch. Like, yo, like I don't have to push the narrative. The narrative's already happening. And also for everybody that answered the post asking me about, well, what about the 5-year-old that was killed by this person? Yo, what happened to Cannon, that was awful. That was tragedy.
Now see how he handled it nicely, because why somebody have to worry about putting that in there, right? It's a distraction. So we see that this type of energy exists out there, right? He's going through the same thing we're going through in this very chat.
And justice is being carried out on the person that did that. If I'm not mistaken, the person that committed that atrocity is arrested and charged with first-degree murder. We still yelling about justice for Breonna Taylor.
Wow.
Ahmaud Arbery. George Floyd.
Y'all hear this?
Elijah McClain.
Shanquilla Robinson.
Shit, Sandra Bland. Trayvon Martin. Samir Rice.
See?
Yo, I'm just Philando Castile. And countless others that are literally happening, it seems like every other week. But y'all want to get in the comment section and be like, oh, well, what about this? Like, why is it like?
All right. Now, from just that part there, does that seem like a weak, depressed person? He's sitting up here championing for underdogs. He's sitting up there rallying for a cause for justice for the same thing that we up here doing, right? So in order to be able to do that, you have to come from some place that's very positive. And Tanika Tiller says he doesn't seem like he was so depressed to delete himself. Something fishy with this one as well. I agree, and that's why I'm putting it out there and I'm talking about it. Right? And the same thing happened when we first started talking about this, right? Hey, Veronica says hello to everyone. And Tanika says, no, he was speaking out for our people. Yes. In the same, spirit, that freely given spirit, optimistic energy, the same thing, how we were, the same qualities that we checked the boxes off for Shanquilla, and other people fit this pattern that's been, victimized, that's been schemed and plotted on like this. And then people and family have been told it was alcohol poison, it was self-deletion. And then, it just gets accepted. And that person, leaves here with no justice and then this one here to have such a tarnish on your name if this is not, really what happened. So, see, Danica says, notice how the coroner hurried up and said it was, yes, exactly. And that was my other concern too, because, that, and I'm sure y'all have seen this on some of those, crime shows and stuff. I know I'm not the only one that spent all these years watching these things. And y'all know it's been cases where, the husband and unalived the wife and then tried to make it seem like it was, self-deletion. I remember one case where a guy did it twice. He had 2 wives and he unalived both of them. And he used the self-deletion on the first one. And then he attempted to use it on the second one and got busted. And they got him for both of them. All right. David said, hey, all around natural beauty, just showing some love. Thank you so much. I need love, and I appreciate all the love that's being shown. So I'm going to pause that part of the video here, and then I want to read this comment that I got after I posted something in our community. So I'm kind of going to be a little bit all over the place, but I promise y'all it's all kind of coming in. It's, it's all for a reason. There's a point. There's a point to this here madness. So now, if y'all didn't heard that little part, y'all kind of got an idea about him. He got some fame and notoriety. He's done movies and all that kind of stuff. He's more famous and popular than I'm aware of, right? Than I can tell y'all about. But he's done a lot of stuff, some dance type movies and stuff like that. And he was doing a lot of stuff. He was in the midst of getting ready to do a lot of stuff. All right. Thank you so much. Aaron Bell says, take your time. That's right. That's not long. I'm into the long stroke. So here we go. Here is the community post that I posted in there after, reading about this and watching a few YouTube videos about this. Just a young Black man, it could be my little brother. And he actually reminds me of my little brother, And I would hate that if something happened to my little brother and there was some type of, stuff, and then family is, and we are told something that, we know that wasn't in his energy. He was, not that type of a person. And, I would want, somebody to get justice or to speak about it. All right. So I posted this and it says, RN says the signs don't add up. Could this be another Shanquilla case? Thoughts? And then I got some comments. Okay. So I got a comment here from Thespian Nikki who says, as someone who has a couple of suicide attempts under her belt, mental illness and the decision to take your life often comes with no warning, no signs, no clarity. The action doesn't have to make sense to other people. It's annoying how people try to be detectives in regards to someone else's brain. You will not get it, period. Right? So here's somebody who's had a couple of attempts. They've had a couple of attempts, and they are here to say this, right? So me, like I said, I'm an RM, even though I'm retired, I'm still a nurse, right? You can't take that out of me. It's inside of me. I'm a nurse. I'm always going to be a nurse. I'm always assessing. It's just part of who I am. So I write back because, this is, people could read this and think, there's some truth to this and think there's some validity to it. So I have to address it and, give y'all a little bit of education behind it. So I said, thank you for your comment at Thespian Nikki. As a registered nurse, a significant portion of our education is in psychology and psychiatric nursing. And there are warnings and signs and past medical history that are clear indicators. So I offer the link, click here for more information. So we're going to click here, right? So this here is to the NIH, for, National Mental Health Association. And here we have clear warning signs of self-deletion here. The behavior listed below may be some of the signs that someone is thinking about self-deletion, talking about it, wanting to die, great guilt or shame, being a burden to others. And again, like I said, this goes to part of our training. Like we are trained to identify these signs. We are trained on how to question the people that, may have these signs, how to make an assessment. This is part, as soon as you get into the hospital, we're doing this assessment on you. So I have a lot of experience with assessing this type of behavior. Feelings. It says empty, hopelessness, trapped, or having no reason to live, extremely sad, more anxious, agitated, or full of rage, unbearable, emotional, or physical pain, right? And I probably should click back to the video so y'all can see how, there's going to be other video I'm going to show y'all after I finish reading off this stuff here, how, he didn't have any of these signs, right? So keep listening to these signs I'm telling y'all about. Changing behaviors such as making a plan or researching ways to die, withdrawing from friends, saying goodbye, giving away important items, or making a will, taking dangerous risks such as driving extremely fast, displaying extreme mood swings, eating or sleeping more or less, using drugs or alcohol. All right. So then it gives them a crisis number and all that good stuff for you there. So there are clear warning signs that you have to be aware of, right? So it's very dangerous for this statement here. Let me go back to the comment. And the reason why I decided I was going to go ahead and do the episode, what we're doing, talking about tonight, was because of this. I want somebody to read this and to think that, this is something that you should listen to, right? Don't, right? All right. Also, we do know that some people, after I gave the information what we just read, pick back up here. I said, also, we do know that some people have been responsible for encouraging people into self-deletion or even staging it to look like it. Stephen Twitch Boss was a positive, successful Black man with a very bright future, and some people stood to benefit from his demise. And this would not be the first time somebody used the self-deletion as a means of getting away with the M word. This is not about you, but about victims all over who don't have a voice and need the voice of an advocate to ensure justice for. And I thank you for not leaving the world. Your voice, Thespian Nikki, and energy is needed. Love all around natural beauty, right? So I'm thinking that's pretty decent to come back with that way, but this person comes back. So remember, a lot of times these be clues when you have these people that's trying to get you distracted. Like they want to make this out to be a problem. The same way we saw that in Twitch's chat box, people were trying to throw darts at him about, why was he saying justice for such and such when so-and-so needed it too? Instead of, saying we're getting justice for somebody, but to judge and to try to make somebody feel guilt or shame into, not saying something is clear indicators that, who we dealing with here. And Tamika says, hello and blessings to all. Thank you so much, Tamika, for your engagement. All right. And then Mona D is saying, hey, too also. All right. So let me just go ahead and finish this last little bit here. And hopefully, Thespian Nikki, this is helping you to understand. And I'll drop the link later on if you want to clarify what you meant in there. But, I wanted to let everybody know that when, here's somebody that's, talking about it like it's, it's a medal. I got a couple of attempts under my belt, right? So this is definitely not, somebody you want to listen to, right? We got here some real stuff here from the NIH, real association with a real number, a real hotline. That's who you reach out to if you're feeling any kind of way, not to people that's just giving out, negative vibes or condemning and all that kind of stuff. Talk with a professional, speak with a professional. All right, let me just finish up this little last bit here, or nah, I won't. Y'all get the drift. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So now we see those warning signs, right? So now I want to share a video like his last, his last few days or so like that before, up until his untimely demise, his type of what he was doing. So let me see here. You'll see what type of person.
What are you doing today to change your mood?
What type of person Twitch was. All right, so let me close out some of these boxes here. All right. And how y'all doing tonight or this afternoon? It's not night just yet. But I thank y'all for bearing with me on this here topic. And of course, we're going to be talking about 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞. All right, here we go. All righty, so our first video is going to be, wait a minute, this might be not the right one. Oh, this is not it. Sorry. All right, so our first video is going to be something just quick and short to kind of introduce him to those who don't know him, or like me, that first time to kind of hear about him. Okay, I think this is it. Yes, this is it. Stop it there. Okay, here we go. This one's only 5 minutes and some change, so it's going to be really quick and hopefully very informative. And then we're going to pick out some of the red flags that we heard up in there. It's going down. This is from Ringo TV, and says Steven switched Ball's last dance with his wife before he even he's thinking that allegedly murdered himself. Oops. No, he was allegedly murdered. Oh, okay. All right, this might be pretty interesting. I don't think I've seen it yet, so let's just see what's going on.
It's sad when you really consider that they're trying to spin the story as if though the brother committed suicide. I don't personally believe that. We got to talk about these issues. We're going to examine footage. But this is the brother's last dance with his wife. Leaves behind about 3 kids. Now, you see they got a Christmas tree in the background. Obviously, gifts were bought. So why would a guy go and commit suicide?
Yeah.
Knowing that he got his wife and he got it.
Now, there is a very real thing called seasonal depressive disorder that tends to happen around these holiday times. So it is a real thing. But again, we saw the signs and symptoms that we would see the person, exhibiting some depression, being withdrawn. You would notice it. You would notice that too. And then the other thing I'm going to show you after we kind of finish this one is a history, because there are some people that do that. That's why we spend a lot of time. Let me just quickly do this here. A little bit more education. That's why we spent a lot of time in nursing school going over mental illness and all those things, because the number one cause of death for mental ill patient is self-deletion. And we spend the whole semester on, learning how to identify that and all that, because that is the number one cause of death in that community is self-deletion. So it's very real. It's a very serious thing. So it's just sad if, someone is using that as, the same way alcohol poison, right? That's what we're getting at with this here. So we can see here that he's really not showing any signs of, feeling that way. We see he's in a nice house. It looks like, they're going to have a good Christmas, because sometimes Christmas could be a pretty sad holiday for a lot of people suffering with the seasonal depression disorder, even for people that, may have some money problems or relationship problems. These are very difficult times for people. And so we have that. Our disclaimer says copyright disclaimer under section 106 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And Tanika says, I seen Twitch on TikTok dancing and smiling. He was not at all looking down in any way. Someone needs to look further into this. Exactly. You know, he was also, you know, co-executive producer for the Ellen Show. And I don't know if y'all remember, but a few years ago, you know, Ellen was like one of the top earners and stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of money involved here. And so, like I said, a lot of people stood to gain a lot. And there was this hip hop Nutcracker that he was a part of, they, you know, for Disney. So, you know, yeah, I feel you on that. Let's see here. And Mona D says she agrees with Tanika. All right, so let's get back on over here with our, you know, we're just looking into this.
This family. Do that make sense? Does that even make any sense? It makes no sense. But this is what they're trying to tell you. Last dance with his wife. He seems to be in good spirit. He seems to be having fun. There is no way that that man commits suicide. I believe that there is a possibility of foul play. I believe that this could be an alleged blood sacrifice. I believe that maybe there's a possibility that Ellen or anyone affiliated with her can possibly be allegedly involved in this man's passing, because they're saying that he had a self-inflicted gun wound, but they didn't tell you where. They didn't say in his head or in the body, anywhere.
I did hear later they said head, but in the beginning, like there was always new news being revealed. Like one report said that the hotel manager, motel